One crypto network has just discovered a vulnerability, Binance has had a major win, and Arbitrum's ecosystem is exploding. This is your Altcoin Buzz news. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody Buffington. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop our latest content. Follow us on Twitter at Altcoin Buzz IO, and as always, this is not financial advice, and we wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Yesterday, addresses linked to the United States government moved 49,000 Bitcoin seized from the Silk Road, worth $1 billion. The transfer was accompanied by Bitcoin's price slipping below $22,000 and a noticeable spike in a key holder metric. The Bitcoin transfer likely caused a significant spike in Glassnode's Coin Days Destroyed or CDD metric. It measures the weighted movement of Bitcoin based on the time it was last moved from an address. The CDD is calculated by multiplying the amount of Bitcoin transferred by the number of days since Bitcoin was last added to an address. Spike in the indicator usually precedes price volatility, with bears typically having a slight advantage. Some long-term investors, however, may have also moved Bitcoin to leverage it for more upside gains on the futures market. But the current CDD spike to a 2-month high does not necessarily suggest that a $1,000 to $2,000 price move is brewing. For instance, the exchange inflow data shows no significant spikes yet. Instead, around 5,000 Bitcoin worth $100 million was moved out of exchanges in the last 24 hours. Therefore, the $215 million transferred to Coinbase had little price impact so far. However, with only 20% moving to an exchange out of the 49,000 Bitcoin, the risk of increased selling pressure remains. Currently, the Bitcoin USD pair is trading above support at $21,500, which is encouraging for buyers despite a slew of negative news this week. The price of Ether declined 6% between March 2nd and 3rd, followed by a tight range of trading near 1560. Ether's recent lack of volatility can be partially explained by the upcoming Shanghai hard fork, an implementation aimed at allowing ETH staking withdrawals. Those participants were each required to lock up 32 ETH on the Beacon chain to support the network consensus protocol. After a series of delays typical for changes in the production environment, the Shanghai Capella upgrade, also known as Shapella, is expected for early April, according to Ethereum core developer and project coordinator Tim Baiko. The Gorelli testnet upgrade on March 14th will be the final rehearsal for the Shanghai hard fork before it's rolled out on the mainnet. On the macroeconomic front, United States Federal Chair Jerome Powell testified before the Senate Banking Committee on March 7th. Powell stated that interest rates will likely raise higher than anticipated after the latest economic data has come in stronger than expected. Evidence points to the Fed lagging behind the inflation curve, boosting the odds of a harder than expected interest rate hike. For risk assets, including cryptocurrencies, a more substantial move by the Fed typically implies a bearish scenario as investors seek shelter in fixed income in the United States dollar. This shift becomes more pronounced in a recessionary environment, which many speculate is either coming or already here. This chart shows that derivatives traders became slightly uncomfortable as Ether futures premium moved to 3.1% on March 7th, down from 4.9% 1 week prior. More importantly, the indicator became more distant from the 5% neutral to bullish mark. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has gone on an altcoin selling spree, exchanging nearly $700,000 worth of tokens previously airdropped to him. A wallet belonging to Buterin on March 7th offloaded 500 trillion Sheik tokens for 380 ETH or $595,000, nearly 10 billion in Colt DAO tokens for $91,000, and 50 billion MOPS tokens for just under $2,000. Due to the low liquidity of the tokens, the sales had a huge effect on their prices. The largest drops came from the Sheik token, which recorded an 86% drop following Buterin's sale. While some within the cryptocurrency community shared some frustration at Buterin's decision to sell, considering the outsized effect it had on some of the tokens, others suggested it was motivated by the tax implications of receiving airdrops, which are subject to income tax in most countries. Bankrupt crypto lender Voyager Digital has won court approval to sell over $1 billion of its assets to Binance US. The approval was granted by United States bankruptcy judge Michael Wiles on March 7th, which came after 4 days of arguments presented by Voyager and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. Wiles said he would give the trading platform permission to close the Binance US sale and issue repayment tokens to impacted Voyager customers, which would give them back approximately 73% of what they're owed. Wiles rejected a series of arguments by the SEC that the redistribution of funds from Voyager to Binance US would violate U.S. securities laws. The judge's decision comes just a week after 97% of Voyager's account holders were found to favor the current Binance US restructuring plan. And a very important point to note, Judge Wiles stated that no U.S. agency, including the SEC, would be allowed to punish Voyager executives in relation to the issuance of a potential bankruptcy token. Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume, has extended its spot market share across crypto exchanges for a 4th consecutive month. The exchange market share increased from 59.4% in January to 61.8% in February, according to to a report from crypto market data provider CryptoCompare. Binance had a 13.7% increase in its spot volumes to $504 billion, an all-time high market share for the exchange. Coinbase is second to Binance in volume, trading $39.9 billion, down 29% from the previous month, followed by Kraken, which traded $19.3 billion, down 11%. Binance also just added support for Polygon on the Binance NFT marketplace, allowing users to buy, sell, deposit, and withdraw NFTs on the Polygon network. We also have a great article about Binance switching its stablecoin to TUSD on our site, which I'll link down below in the recommended reading. Our partners at Seedify are having an IGO, or an initial game launch, for GFAL tomorrow. If you remember, we covered the GFAL platform a couple of weeks ago for upcoming launches. GFAL, or Games for a Living, is building gaming tools like developer portals, game analytics, and they're building their own games too. This is like getting the best of a game builder and an active guild too in the same place. All that, and they're also building an NFT marketplace. They have 2 games already, Elemental Raiders and Diamond Dreams. The team is based in Barcelona and is public and well known in the industry. The big innovation here is having both Web 2 and Web 3 versions of the games. That and being able to play across lots of different platforms like PC and mobile. All of these things definitely help increase game adoption. The GFAL token is a utility token to pay for all services on this layer 1 blockchain, as well as a governance token. You can find the link in the description below to the Seedify Launchpad for GFAL, which goes live tomorrow, March 9th, so get ready. Nomadic Labs has recently discovered a vulnerability that could affect the Tezos network's liveliness, but not its safety. In other words, the vulnerability could slow or halt the network, but not put funds at risk. They said, "We've investigated various ways of mitigating the problem via an upgrade, everything but the protocol, but none were found to be satisfactory, and a patch for the protocol itself is required." They said, "We've taken the step of producing a patch version of the Mumbai protocol upgrade proposal that addresses the vulnerability. As the Mumbai proposal is currently in the promotion period of the governance cycle, there are 2 scenarios going forward. Number 1, user-activated protocol override. The community votes yay to the Mumbai at the current voting period. All nodes running version 16 will activate the patched version. Or number 2, restarting the governance cycle. The community votes nay to the Mumbai in the current voting period, and the governance process reverts to a new proposal period. A patched Mumbai protocol will then be proposed and must undergo a full governance cycle. This should last about 2.5 months, assuming approval in every voting period." Arbitrum is making moves to become the hub of decentralized derivatives trading and DeFi activity within the Layer 2 space. The total value locked on Arbitrum has doubled since the start of 2023. With investors' hope of an Arbitrum token airdrop as a major factor attracting activity to the Ethereum scaling network, Arbitrum has become a major hub for decentralized derivatives trading and offers high yields for crypto yield hunters. GMX is the leading dApp on Arbitrum, comprising of 25% of the network's total TVL. While the trading volume of GMX is nearly 5 times less than the leading decentralized exchange DYDX, it has started to threaten DYDX's lead. Interestingly, despite having larger trading volumes, the TVL of DYDX is half that of GMX. Besides derivatives trading, the TVL and token price of many other dApps in the Arbitrum ecosystem has surged since the start of 2023. Camelot, a decentralized exchange with an efficient revenue-sharing token mechanism, was one of the top gainers in the market in the last few months. The price of Camelot's native token, GFAL, jumped 15x since the start of the year, with the protocol's TVL rising to a record high of $50 million. Radiant Network, a cross-chain lending platform whose TVL has increased from $20 million to $120 million year to date, also played a significant role in expanding Arbitrum's TVL. Data from Nansen also shows a significant increase in balance for Radiant tokens among smart money wallets. The DeFi ecosystem development on Arbitrum shows promise for sustainable growth, especially in the decentralized derivatives trading space. There's a strong possibility that some users could be using Arbitrum only for the RB token airdrop. However, the recent Optimism and Blur token airdrops have shown that user activity doesn't necessarily subside after an airdrop. Instead, it gives the opportunity for platforms to incentivize additional usage. That's it for your Altcoin Buzz news update. I'm your host, Cody Buffington. Thanks for watching.